Ah, 'tis the seasons where love is everywhere and it blossoms and it seems to find everyone except you, everyone except you. I'm sure everyone has had crushes that never ended right. Either the person liked you back or you ended up looking like a clown and got invested for nothing. Anyways, I've liked a small amount of people, but I've never been in a relationship, and it kind of shows through the amount of people you've liked and the types of people you've liked. So I'm going to be listing a couple of crushes I have, and maybe you have had some of these. Let's get into it. Number 1. So this kind of crush is the most common way to get a crush started, and I like to call it the eye contact ship. Now, you have never even spoken to this person, yet you are attracted to them. You could find yourself watching them from afar, even being a little bit creepy with it and changing your whole route to class or somewhere else to see them. And while this crush may seem innocent, it can easily end because it is all just physical. You could like someone's appearance so much that they look like God handcrafted them himself and took extra time. Like, that's how fine they could be. Okay? And then you go and try to get to know them. And, hi, nice to meet you. And you hear their voice. Or something small, something different. And it just ticks you off. It's nothing like you pictured. And all of a sudden, your shallow imagination has been killed because of one factor. You don't actually know this person. These kinds of crushes can end easily or can evolve into something more. Number 2. Next type of crush would be the idealized crush. Now, this kind of crush, it happens to a lot of hopeless romantics like myself. It's something where you like the idea of them, but they actually would never do the things in your idea. You are imagining things that are 10 out of 10 effort for a person whose efforts levels are usually low or 3 out of 10. After a while of getting into too many disappointments, where they showed me that they don't actually care in the way that you want them to. Like, it can absolutely shatter your heart. And that's just some of the ways that the idealized crush can end. And there's other ways it can go, but that's just in my experience. Numero 3! The next one would be the childhood crush. Now, a lot of these childhood crushes could be a friend, or your sibling's best friend, or someone who you grew up with that's in your somewhat circle. Like, it's just someone who's there. Someone's close in general. And they were there while you were growing up. Now, these types of crushes are so delicate, okay? Because you grew up liking this person, and most likely they are one of the first crushes you had an emotional connection with. So, already, you have this, like, idea of them, and you, like, you're not ready to get hurt by them. Anyways, I was a victim to this kind of crush. I liked this person for almost a whole decade. And you want to know how it ended? It was because I realized he would never like me in the way I wanted. After homecoming. Yes. Seeing him grind on 3 girls and his stupid reaction, too. It made my heart break because while he was out there partying, I was out home trying to hide that I was crying by singing karaoke. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I did want to swing from the chandelier because I was so embarrassed that I liked someone for so many years and for the person to never ever like me back. Like, it breaks your heart. And some people marry their childhood crushes. That did not happen to me, but you know, good for them. Number 4. The next one, the unattainable crush. You'll never break my heart, Tootie Hercules, and Kakashi from Naruto, and Mavis from Hotel Transylvania, and Prince Naveen from Princess and the Frog, and Shang from Mulan. Anyways, so this is like the territory of Delulu, like, and it doesn't have to be a to-do character. It could be your math teacher, your friend's dad, celebrities, or basically anything that puts you out of reach or a 1% chance of actually happening. You could end up dating someone similar. Now, this has never happened to me, but I know a lot of people whose childhood crushes were goth or animated girls, and now are dating goth baddies who cosplay those exact characters. So they won that life, basically. Number 5. The next one I like to call the mirror crush. Now, I call this a mirror crush because it means you start liking or dating someone who looks exactly like you. They could be the opposite gender, but they will look like you. And this is kind of like a human psychological thing. This is where my knowledge comes in. You know, I'm kind of smart like that. So some people actually are really drawn to things that are familiar and like features that they have grown comfortable with. So usually people will try to be surrounded by familiar features, and that is why there's a common question: are they siblings or dating? Now, it's kind of funny, but it's not, because it's like some people, they can't control it. But numero 6. The next one I am naming today would be an admirational crush. A crush that's usually you like someone's personality more than an actual romantic crush. It's not really someone you're attracted to, but you aspire to be like them and you admire them for the things they do. It's not so much of a romantic, but an aspirational crush. And I would say that this sort of crush is more so gaining an inspiration from someone. So that is all. I hope you guys related a little bit, and in the comments below maybe talk about some of the crushes you had, and maybe I will make another video inspired by your story. Bye.